Good morning, Facebook friends. Helen Archontou here, CEO of the YWCA of Northern New Jersey. So happy to have some time with you today on this Thursday. Those of you who are YWTV regulars know that Thursday is the day that we share the mic now with Black women in our community to amplify their voices and hear their stories. And it's such a great honor for me to have had, as we were saying, over 100 women at this point that we've spoken to since we started this initiative back in August, and we remain committed to keeping this platform and this day open for these conversations. And today is no different. We have another great conversation with a wonderful woman in our community, and I'm so happy that she could join us today. Welcome to Jacqueline Michele Ridley.
Hello. Thank you so much, Helen. I truly appreciate this opportunity, and thank you for sharing your platform.
Well, I want to make sure that we start by me telling our viewers all about you, a little bit about your background. Jacqueline is the founder and Chief Customer Optimizer, which is the AKA Chief Customer Officer of Break Tradition, an education consulting firm that specializes in business education, creative services, digital learning, and virtual and in-person consults. Prior to launching her own business, Jacqueline was the head of contact center and quality control for a Michigan-based manufacturing company. She currently serves on the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Bergen-Passaic Chapter Executive Board as the third Vice President of Membership and Chapter Development. Jacqueline also serves as a customer alignment strategist for business owners and entrepreneurs through her company, Ridley and Ridley Consulting. And in 2017, she started Mahogany Hustle, a one-stop shop for business owners and entrepreneurs. Jacqueline is also the author of The Legacy Builder, which is Build a Profitable Business, Break Tradition, and Leap, which serves as a guide for entrepreneurs to overcome the fear of starting a business and learn the importance of how Leap, which stands for Leverage Education and Prosper, and how you can leap in your life, which I love. That visual alone, is so great. And welcome again. I just, you are involved in so many amazing initiatives. And I think what always strikes me about them all is that it's really about lifting people up around you and helping support them and helping them grow their dreams. And I really appreciate that about you and your work. Tell us a little bit about how that started for you and how you've evolved into this space.
Thank you so much. So it kind of happened organically in the beginning of my career, which has been in customer service. Through customer service, I started at a level where you're working directly with customers, and then I moved quickly into management. And from working and being responsible for a team of people, I definitely had to coach and motivate and, get them in the mindset to deal with customers directly. Over the years, that evolved into me being asked to go ahead and lead the quality improvement and process continue improvement with the business. And I, immediately jumped into that. I've always had a curious mind of how things worked. Systems came easily to me. I caught on very quickly and was able to train people and get them up to par and up to speed as far as business and technology was concerned. Never had any formal training in regards to technology. It's just something that I picked up on very quickly through the years. And that quickly transitioned into outside of work, helping friends and families, with different projects that they had, creating resumes. Originally I started with what I call JMR business services, where I would help people with, again, resumes, logos, business cards, things of that such. And I always wanted to do my own thing, outside of business, but just working and trying to do your own thing, there's always a little conflict and a little battle. So through the years, after some time in the industry, as far as customer service and quality improvement, I went ahead and became a board certified Lean Six Sigma Green Belt,
Mm.
which has to do with process improvement from the early days. Actually, a lot of people probably remember ISO 9000. And with Six Sigma, it's similar. It has to do with improving processes, and then also leaning out waste from within companies. For me, that transferred into a lot of organizing, process improvements, standard operation procedures, and just streamlining business practices. So again, doing that for businesses all my life and helping others achieve their dreams, I started looking at ways I can help business owners, small business owners and entrepreneurs, you know, starting myself as an entrepreneur and just going through the steps in building your business, you start to learn certain strategies, and you start to learn about different tools to automate things. And you find the simplicity that big businesses use that a lot of small businesses don't know about. Just, what you don't know, you just don't know, unfortunately. And I saw that as an opportunity to take my years of experience with processes and quality improvement and dealing with customers and rolling that over into helping small businesses and entrepreneurs not stress so much. So basically, what I do is I work with highly motivated, high performing business owners, and showing them business strategies, but keeping it customer centric, so that they can build their business with the customers in mind.
Well, I can't think of anyone better to be doing that because, obviously from what I even just read as we started, you have experience, you talk about the hustle, right? The Mahogany Hustle. I mean, you've hustled lots of different and harnessed, lots of different versions and evolutions, and simultaneously you have multiple going on.
Yes.
How do you juggle and keep them separate and viable? And how do you determine when it's time to retire one and time to start a new one? Because I think that's what's so always interesting to me about you and what I see you doing is that you keep it fresh.
Definitely. And so you mentioned the hustle, and one of the businesses that came out of my experience is it was Mahogany Hustle back in 2017. So with Mahogany Hustle, the intention when I started that was simply a blog. Back then everyone was blogging.
Mhm.
And the one of the avenues that I was curious about was the whole monetizing your blog and monetizing your skills. So when I started Mahogany Hustle, it was simply going to be a customer service blog for business owners to visit the website, get insight on customers and understanding exactly what customers are, how to deal with customers, so to speak, in regards to longevity, loyalty, and retention. And then I started looking more into how to monetize my customer service blog. So, that was an experience in my belt as far as being able to talk to business owners about affiliate marketing, the extra income you can make just by having a website and monetizing your website through affiliate marketing. Then it moved into me creating my own project, which were ebooks. And the revenue stream from creating your own uh, product is much greater than selling someone else's affiliate marketing product or service. So with Mahogany Hustle, it was mainly focused for small business owners and entrepreneurs to learn more about customer service. Then when I started adding products, it became more business education, and I started sharing more ways and techniques to take advantage of affiliate marketing. And then as that business grew, Mahogany Hustle, and I started learning different techniques of driving traffic to the website because it turned into a business. It was something that I wasn't expecting. It gradually moved into a business. It moved into work as far as, now I have to write and create blogs. So there you have to move into social media and start telling people about your business because, what's a business if you don't tell people about it? So of course I had to figure out how to start driving traffic to a Mahogany Hustle. And again, the social media, Facebook, Instagram, but there are so many other social platforms that business owners, unfortunately, are either scared to jump on because of technology and they're not familiar with it. So I started taking courses. I call myself a research nerd. Besides researching on my own, I took advantage of people out there who already have the experience and started taking their courses and learned different techniques to apply to the website. Then I found as that grew, you asked, how do I know when to transition? What I started looking at was, okay, working with small businesses and entrepreneurs is great. However, my background and my love is teams and working with businesses. Large businesses has been my experiences in Fortune 500 companies. So working directly with the CEOs in regards to the whole chief customer optimizer. A lot of companies don't recognize the fact that in the C-suite, you truly need someone who's focused on the customer. And you don't find many companies in their C-suites with a customer, a chief customer officer in place, which is needed. You need someone that's going to focus specifically on the operations and the procedures of the customer and follow the customer journey, the different touch points. So that transitioned into Ridley and Ridley Consulting, where I started JacquelineMichele.com, 1L. I always tell people it's 1L in Michelle. And through that business, I'm able to transition into working with corporations. So it's not so much leaving one, it's as you said, juggling, keeping my ear to the ground as far as what business owners and entrepreneurs need, as opposed to what corporations are looking for.
Well, I also love that you are able to kind of balance that bridge between the small business owners and the entrepreneurs, as well as the corporate leaders and CEOs. And I can't imagine, I love the term optimizer, how you use it also, because it really shows your understanding of that need for connection, because it's not just about, doing the job. It's about, maximizing and really amplifying, what's needed.
Definitely.
So you take all of this great work, that you've been doing, and then you author a book, which, again, there's so many people watching, I know, that have these dreams, but like you said, just don't necessarily feel that they can embrace them and bring them forward to fruition. And here you've done this over and over again. And, what another amazing, life goal accomplished with this book. So tell us about the book.
So the Legacy Builder, Build a Profitable Business, Break Tradition and Leap is the full title. And it was necessary for me to get it out. When I say get it out, it's been something that was inside of me building for some time now. Actually, there's a few books still in here that I need to get out, and friends and family are like, you need to go ahead and finish writing these other great works. But the Legacy Builder, just basically from the journey that I just shared in regards to building a business, building a profitable business is the goal. No one starts a business to fail. So the goal is to build a profitable business. And in my research, just trying to find that information that I put into my book, it was scattered. All the information, I had to go to different places to find the information I needed just for one project, which was, trying to start my business, which, is fine for me because like I said, I'm a research nerd, so I have no problem digging on Google and, just finding what I need or taking the courses that I need. But I know there are other people out there who just don't have that time and energy. So I went ahead and put everything that I learned and condensed it so that it was easy to consume for the reader. And I went ahead and put everything in there and read the steps that I took, the information that I found to monetize your business and build successfully from the start. And I don't want to take away from the fact, I use the term do it right the first time, but I don't want to take away from the fact that everyone is going to trip and stumble. Even though I put it in a book, there are certain things that you'll have to experience on your own, and find out while you build the business, because without, those obstacles, you'll never learn. But I did, create the book in a way where people can follow it step by step to get to that point, to have a successful business and take advantage of affiliate marketing and passive income and learn how to create their website.
So for our viewers today, you can access Jacqueline's book easily through her website. And we have the link to her website for Jacqueline Michele with 1 L on top of the Mahogany Hustle. We've got both of those links for you here in the comments, and they are coming across the screen. You also can follow her on her various social media platforms. She's got a Facebook page, IG also. You're a
yes.
Instagram. Yep. So please seek her out and connect with her on Instagram. Jacqueline, are we looking for Mahogany Hustle or Jacqueline Michele? How do we find you there?
Yes. So if you're an emerging small business or entrepreneur, definitely check out Mahogany Hustle so you can take advantage of the business education. Also through Mahogany Hustle, which I did leave out, is a creative service business where we help upcoming entrepreneurs and business owners, seasoned business owners, with creating their website. If you want social media marketing, we help you with that also. So Mahogany Hustle, definitely go there. And then with on Instagram for Jacqueline Michele is actually _ Jacqueline Michele on IG.
All right. Thanks for clarifying. I just want to make sure everyone knows how to find you. So, I have another thought. I'm hearing you talk all about kind of your process, what you've learned, what you pulled together in your book, and what you share with your clients, both the small business clients and your corporate clients. And I'm thinking about a conversation I had on a very recent Share the Mic Now with a woman, Shalisa, who had a product that she has been working to launch called Freya. Which it's a beautiful bracelet that she has learned all about technology. She's working with Swarovski crystals on it, and it's something that you kind of dip in water and helps women that are of a certain age, that need to be cooled down but still want to look, great in the process. Have this beautiful bracelet on their wrist that actually is a cooling technique, opportunity for women. And, she talked a lot about the struggles that she's had as a Black woman, as an entrepreneur, trying to launch. And, she has made such great strides. She's at a key point right now where she's, trying to get that next level of funding so that she can finalize her work with Swarovski crystals. And but she's struggling, and she shared her story about, the challenges that in particular, as a Black woman that she's faced. And I'm wondering from your, life experience and, your business experience, how, you would advise, Black women that are, because we know that, Black women in particular, women as a whole over this time, but Black women in particular have really been impacted by the pandemic, of course, for sure. But despite the pandemic, we know that there's systemic racism that's connected, to, navigating these systems that are needed to be successful with your businesses.
Yes. I would definitely, my response to that is community is so important. I would definitely encourage any woman, Black woman specifically, who is struggling in the beginning of the entrepreneur stage to find your community. It is so important when I say your community, find those who are similar to where you want to be. Find those who you look up to. Mentors are so very important when you're starting out on this entrepreneur journey. Finding someone in the area of specialty that you're looking to be in, even I always say start with maybe someone local. If it is someone that you look up to that, isn't local, reach out to them. It's so easy nowadays to make a connection with social media. It's, mind blowing to me. You can reach out to CEOs through their Instagram and Facebook. Contact information is on the website. You just have to do some digging. Most times you have a LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an excellent source for emerging business owners and entrepreneurs. Take full advantage of LinkedIn, make those connections with those in your field, those that you aspire to achieve, and your level of business success. Make those connections, engage. It's very important to engage on their social media. And it doesn't hurt to even reach out to them to find out, hey, I'm looking for some pointers on how you did X, Y, and Z, or what can I do? Definitely don't limit yourself as far as reaching out to others when you're struggling, because you're only going to stunt your growth. But community is very important. If it's not reaching out to people, join some networking groups, some organizations. Put yourself out there and network with people. You have to remain sane in this entrepreneur life. You really do.
Well, that's great advice. And I also want to share that, thank you to our viewers. Paula is saying, what a great point it is, our friend Paula, about
Hey, Paula.
and how important that is. And, Rita really appreciated your point about the value of flexibility. So,
yes.
We've got Beachy and Bertha watching. So you've got a lot of people that you're resonating with.
Hi, everyone.
In terms of what you're sharing, for sure. So let's talk about the pandemic. Obviously, you have lots of information, lots of growth. You've been on this path of learning about small business and big business and customer service. And then March of 2020 hits. How did that impact you? And what is your message for those that are, a year later, still, trudging through it? And, although we are seeing, moments of hope, that we're evolving to a different place, we're just not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some messages from you, from your experience, to share around that conversation?
I would definitely, and so I always find the positive, the silver lining. So it definitely was a tragic year for all of us, going through everything in 2020. As far as business owners, I would have to say that allowed me and many others to look for ways to pivot in business. And that's when the creative juices have to step in as a business owner. You have to figure out how you can pivot in your business. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses did go under because they weren't prepared. A lot of people were not did not have a platform outside of social media. They didn't have websites created, which is why I have that vehicle for small business owners to have a website in place for the unfortunate, the unthinkable that we were not ready for last year. But being able to have a plan in place to pivot is very important. Fortunately for me, since I did have the website, it allowed me to extend my reach. I have clients in California and Alabama and Arkansas, throughout the country. And luckily, with a service business, not having a product, I am able to reach out to a lot of people. And even with a product business, that's the thing. Again, you just have to make sure you just don't have that brick and mortar in place to find other avenues to get your product out there and, let people know about your product. So take full advantage and use last year as a tool to remind you on what you need to have in place to succeed so your business doesn't go under, and take full advantage of all the opportunities out there to market yourself. I always say word of mouth is still the best marketing around. So you have to definitely get that information out to let people know you're in business. So when tragedies like that do happen, you're more prepared.
Well, I can't thank you enough for sharing so much of your expertise and your wisdom and your research, with us today, and the support and the resource that you are for our business community. And so grateful, that you could make the time today to join us. For those of you watching, a few things. One, I already tapped her into trying to be part of our women's network and presenting a workshop for women, very specific around some of these important topics. So stay tuned for more Jacqueline Ridley and the YW. She's amazing, and there's so much to offer. Also, as you know, we do share the mic now for the distinct purpose of, I guess, again, amplifying the voices. And we can only do that with all of you watching, helping. Jacqueline shared so much today, and I know everyone isn't able to tune in when we do go live, but please, we encourage you to take this broadcast and share it. It's very easy to do through social media. You can do that by sending it to someone in Messenger that you wish had seen it. Put it to your Facebook page. Encourage people to watch it. Copy the link and text it to somebody. I'm sure that this conversation, while you were listening to it, made you think of somebody in your life. Make sure that they get to hear it too. That not only amplifies our program and the intent of it, but also amplifies the important work that Jacqueline's doing and helps get it out. Again, please, we encourage you to follow her on the social media, on all the sites that we talked about, connect with her through her websites, get her book, and stay in her loop for sure, because there's a lot more. As you can tell from this woman, she's not done yet. She said she's got a few more books in her, and we're all going to keep encouraging her to write them, because we've got more. She's going to keep optimizing us as she's optimizing others.
Yes.
So with that, I also want to make sure that everyone watching knows, we've talked about it a few times on YWTV, but the YW has launched a partnership with eurekabiz.com, and we invite BIPOC women in our community to join the program. There is no cost. We are, it's part of a grant that we've received to be able to give any women who are either starting or trying to develop their small business a step-by-step course, plus access to professional coaches, mentors, an entire community of entrepreneurs. And although we have a cohort that's coming out of YW New Jersey, this will also be something that you'll be connected to entrepreneurs all around the country. So please visit our website and sign up. Again, there is no cost, but there's definitely plenty of benefits. So we do encourage you to stay connected to that. We also have part of our next chapter series, which is focused on helping women get back to work or get to the jobs that they really want to have during this time. On April 21st at 5 p.m., we have the Grow and Glow series, Small Business 101, how to start and develop your ideas and meaningful connections. You can register on our website today. There is no cost for that either. So we do encourage you to consider it. And mark your calendars. April 29th is our Racial Justice Awards. It's an annual event where we showcase people in our community that are living our mission of working to eliminate racism. And we have some amazing individuals that we will be honoring that are real trailblazers in our community. And I encourage you to join us at 7 p.m. on April 29th right here on Facebook Live to be able to celebrate them with us. With all of that, we wish everyone a wonderful day. As Jacqueline says, she always looks at the positive side. So, don't look at the rainy day. Think about the sun that's coming. And, for sure, I'm wired that way too. If anyone knows me, you know that as well. We thank you so much, Jacqueline, for being with us today. Any last thoughts for our viewers before we sign off?
my information is there. Definitely reach out to me. I just want to add that I did just roll out a course based on the Legacy Builder. So it's a free 7-day course. Please go to the website. Mahogany Hustle is where you can find the course. It's a 7-day, again, free course that you'll get the emails every day for 7 days showing you how to take those steps to start a profitable business. So definitely sign up.
Wonderful. And we'll find the link specifically to the course, and we'll drop that in here also for everyone. That's great. But another great resource from Jacqueline. Everyone have a great day. And thank you so much for joining us, Jacqueline, and all of our